Yeah, one more thing I want to let y'all know. Fox is a top 5 point guard in the league, hands down. Period. And he plays both sides of the basketball court. So if you don't do that, don't talk to me.
I definitely do that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm De'Aaron Fox. This is the Fox 1 by Curry Brand, and welcome to my Slam 253 cover shoot. Yeah, a big thing for me was having a strap. I mean, I don't know how many shoes right now have a strap, but like one of my favorite shoes to play in growing up was the Bloodlines with Brandon Jennings. So that and the Black Ices. The Black Ice also had a strap too. So I was like, those were kind of the concept that I thought about. I didn't know what the strap would look like exactly, but when going through the process, I'm like, that's a big thing for me. Then I wanted it to be more like a running shoe, especially like with the day and age that we're at now. Like everybody's in dad shoes and running shoes, so I want that to also be incorporated in it. And then when I told Ed that, I didn't even think about like putting like the fox tail like at the end of the strap. So I'm like, and that's just him being creative, him being a designer. So those are two big things for me that I really asked for. 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I was playing in Under Armour. Elite 24, like I remember the shoes when like the Harrison twins made the Elite 24, because I played in the same organization as them, just younger. Like I remember a lot of the UA shoes, and it's funny because whenever we were actually talking about, this is even before we were even talking about contracts, because I was a sneaker free agent, and then I started playing in the Currys, and then I made All-Star. So at All-Star, I kind of sat down with a couple guys from Curry Brand, and I was telling them about some of the shoes that I played in, and they're like, yo, I actually forgot about some of these. So it was an organic process, and I think that's what makes it better. Obviously, coming into the league and getting better every year, kind of seeing where the trajectory of my career was going, and then having these talks with different brands, it's like, oh, well, I probably can have my shoe one day. And then we got to this point and that I was getting a shoe, and I was like, wow, this is like becoming a reality. And then I think playing in it has been great, but I think once I'm able to like see other people wearing the shoe, then it's like, then it hits a different, like it hits a different scale at that point.
Apple Music. I don't know how people use Spotify. I used Spotify for like 2 years, and I'm like, bro, it is so much more complicated.
Watching movies on your phone or on the TV?
TV. Who watches movies on their phone? I'll use like an iPad. I'm not watching a movie on my phone. It's kind of psycho.
Taking selfies with you and your wife or taking the photos for her?
Selfies with me and my wife.
I'm a big Christmas person, real big in Christmas, and one of my favorite Christmas movies, these are like the colorways that it stems from. I'm a bigger fan of these. Green's my favorite color, and then orange is actually my second favorite color, so it's great that both of them got to be incorporated. And then I also have a rain rose color that's coming out. Rose is his middle name, so kind of wanted to do a bit of like a rose gold type of colorway for my shoe. And then it's funny because I did a PE last year, and those by far like favorite shoe I've ever worn. It was like a rose gold with some purple on it. Fire, super fire. I think we did it with the Curry 1. Every shoe that we have coming out, and even the Side Lakes ones, like everything is super personal to me. And I hope that everybody else loves it too, because I think the colorways are dope even outside the storyline. Okay, so a big thing that we wanted to do was, I didn't want it to be my initials, essentially. So we had a design team that kind of put stuff together, and we're also like, okay, what if I don't wear the number 5? Like, you don't want it to be a number 5 because you never know what can happen in this league. But it still looks like a 5. But you really just see the fox, you see the D, and I thought that was dope, like having the fox head in there, and you can like truly tell. And some people didn't know that it was a D, and some people did. Some people see it as a 5, some people don't. Some people see it as a 2, some people don't. So just being able to see that many different things in the logo definitely gives you that kind of creative spark. I want a shoe that you don't only wear on the basketball court, because especially like I said, this day and age, everybody's not just buying basketball shoes, or people aren't going to buy basketball shoes to not play in them. So we want to kind of have that. We want to kind of try to have the best of both worlds. Have it to be a great basketball shoe because of the product is just great, and then 2, we want the design to look so good that you would love to wear them even if you didn't play basketball. So that was kind of how I would say, like, I was pretty competitive, because you don't see people just walking around in basketball shoes. But if we're able to kind of bridge that gap or bridge that line, I think it would be great. I think it was a surreal feeling. Obviously, like, to other people, some people might, just be seeing the shoe, but to me, like, I'm walking out like, bro, I have my own shoe on. Like, this is not many players in the league right now can say that, or even ever, honestly, can say that they played in their own shoe in a game. So just that first game, being able to do it, I think was definitely, and actually it was an ESPN game, I think. So that was a cool process, and I think I hope people loved it. Like, I hope people love the shoe, because I hope they love it as much as I do. I don't think Steph had saw the shoe yet when they were in New York, and it wasn't the reveal yet, but I think Nana showed the tongue, I think, right? Nana showed the tongue. So that was the only thing that Steph saw too. So when we were in China, we were about to lift in the hotel, and he was like, "Yo, you got your shoe?" He loved them, and he didn't let him go. Like, we went through a whole actually it wasn't the weight room, because we went through the whole workout, and like, he was like holding him, put him down, do his thing, and then like be looking at him. So I'm like, that's just, and obviously for him too, it's him having another athlete under his brand, and then seeing how differently, obviously my shoe looks from his, and obviously we still have the same bottom right now, but just seeing seeing Steph's reaction to it was, you could tell that it was organic, because like, I don't know how he felt, but it looked like he was like, yo, like, I have somebody who has a shoe, obviously still with his name on it, but like, we're partnering on it. So he definitely loved the shoe, and so I ended up leaving about a day early, and he ended up working out in the shoe too. So it's like, yeah. So whenever I don't remember who posted it.
It was someone who works for
Yeah, someone who works for him posted it, and then we sent it in my group with like me, my wife, and Reno, and my manager, and we're like, yo, this is dope. And being in the NBA, like, you don't think about these type of things. Like, Steph's 10 years older than me, right? I think he's 8. He's played 8 more years than me. But like, I was in high school when Steph won his first MVP, when he won his first championship. So I'm like, since I've gotten to like a certain level, I've never really like necessarily idolized guys. But then when we went on that trip, I'm like, bro, I don't think about it like this, but like, Steph is on a different level. Like, the way that people react when they get around Steph is like, like I said, I'm in a different position, so I never really thought of it like that. But then when you actually see it, you're like, bro, we can't even walk through an airport. You can't, like, I'm like, I told him, I don't envy you, Steph. Like you can't even walk into a coffee shop and just get a coffee and be all right by yourself. So, but just being around someone of that stature, and then seeing him love the product that has my name and my logo on it, is just like, that's a different feeling too.